Good evening. It's Saturday night at the Aquatics GB Swimming Championships. Walk this way because there is a real buzz about the place this evening. As you can see behind me, some of the swimmers just doing their final routines, final preparations before stepping out onto those blocks for our fifth finals night. Now, for some swimmers, it's going to be about cementing their dominance, like so many of the big names on our wall of champions have done already this week. We've got Ollie Morgan, Adam Peaty, Eva Akaro, we've got Amelie Smith, Poppy Maskell, you name it. There's so many big names on show this week. But for other swimmers, it's going to be about causing an upset, making a name for themselves. We can't wait for the show tonight. We've got a fantastic show for you this evening, and we want you to get involved tonight by scanning this QR code coming up on your screen right now. Get your phones out, give it a scan, and download the Aquatics GB Fantasy app. You can pick your winners, earn some points, and get yourself on the leaderboard. Now, we've got some brilliant guests that are coming on the show this evening, and this first story that we're starting with is so inspiring, and we're going to roll the VT.
50 years ago, my dad touched the wall and changed his life. And now, 50 years on, I'm going back to try and do the same. Growing up, I always knew what he'd done, the medals, the records. But you don't really understand it as a kid. It's only now, looking back, that he's no longer here, that I realise just how extraordinary he was. So I've set myself the challenge of trying to swim his world record time. And the reality is, I don't know if it's possible, but I want to find out. This isn't just about a time on a clock. It's about getting closer to him, to his journey, his mindset, what he went through. In some way, it feels like the closest I can get to standing alongside him now that he's no longer here. What makes it even more special is that he was the very first athlete supported by SportsAid. So this isn't just about looking back, it's about looking forward, about giving someone else that same chance he had. This is going to push me further than I've ever been pushed before. But if I honour what he did and help someone else start that journey, it will all be worth it.
Very special indeed. I'm delighted to be alongside this young man, Adam Wilky. Lovely tribute to your dad there, David. Tell me, what has made you decide to quit your job and do this?
It's a great question. So 2 years ago, my dad died to cancer, and this was very much my way of honouring him. I was searching for something as meaningful as possible to, just show how great he was as a swimmer, as a man, and this felt natural. It's the 50th anniversary of his gold medal time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so it felt like the right time to do this and see how close I can get. And it's going to take some taking. I'm not saying I'm going to, do it in 6 months. It's going to be a hell of a year, put it that way.
Well, we can't wait to watch the journey, but actually you're at the very start of the journey, aren't you? You've just started your training. You only quit your job about a month ago, am I right?
That's right, yeah. So I'm still in my notice period. I'm still working as a marketing manager, so it's going to be very different. I was saying to my friends the other day, the closest I get to kind of physical activity at work is a standing desk. So, this is going to be miles away from what I do, but God, am I excited to do it, to pay homage to my father. And the other piece I should say is we're going to raise some money for SportsAid through this as well. So this is about supporting the next generation as well. So we're going to try and raise, to match that time, £215,000 across the year to, as I say, get that next generation the same chance my father had.
Yeah, and your father achieved so much, didn't he? And you're going to be going on a little adventure, hopefully, as well, and maybe going to Montreal, where he won his gold medal.
Absolutely. My dad retired at 22, but in that time he lived in Sri Lanka, Scotland, America, swam in Montreal, so he did a hell of a lot. So he had a really interesting life. So part of this will be going back to the places, the pools, and meeting those people that helped him on his journey. So it's going to be a really busy year, but a brilliant one to remember the man that he was.
Absolutely. I feel like now that you've started your training, How confident are you that you're going to make this time?
I've been saying to people it's as much about the journey as it is the time, and I think that's the thing for me. It is about, one, helping that next generation, two, honouring my father, and also being able to deal with my own grief of losing him. You know, it's been brilliant to be able to go back through his life. I knew him as Dad, I didn't know him as a swimmer. To be able to go back through all of this stuff and see how damn good he was, it's been a huge comfort, so it's been fantastic.
Before we went live, we were talking, and you said, you know, I came along 13 years after he'd retired. So he was a totally different man then, so it wasn't something you discussed too much?
No, he was a very humble man. He didn't really talk about his accolades. You know, he was the best in the world at something, but you wouldn't necessarily know. I had friends come over, and they were always surprised. They were like, how is your dad just so at ease and relaxed? I was like, he's just a very humble man. He didn't boast about it. You know, a lot of people met him over the years, and they were always fascinated just by how calm and nice he was. And you know, you would think that for an Olympic champion you'd have to be quite an intense character, but he wasn't. He didn't boast. So we didn't talk about it that much. As I said, he was Dad.
Well, we are wishing you all the very best. Just quickly, we've got this wonderful trophy in front of us. Tell us a little bit about it.
So this is the Wilky Cup, and I'm absolutely honoured that Aquatics GB have done this. So this is for the best performance of the week. The performance directors will pick who that performance of the week is, but it's in my dad's name, the Wilky Cup, and it's a fantastic thing. So I'm so happy that they've done it. I mean, what an honour. So yeah, I'm just so proud of my father, and it's brilliant to be able to be here to talk about him.
Oh, well, thank you for being here.
Not at all.
We're wishing you all the very best. We'll be watching and cheering you on.
Thank you. What I will just say very quickly, if you do want to donate, please do go on inmyfatherslane.com and you can donate to Sports Aid there. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah, good luck. Brilliant. Right, let's turn our attention then to this evening and the schedule for tonight. So day 5 already. We've had such an epic week, and we've got some brilliant races on offer. The women's 100-metre butterfly, the men's 800-metre freestyle, the men's 50-metre freestyle, and then rounding out the evening is the women's 200-metre IM and the men's 200-metre breaststroke. And as if by magic, I'm joined by two big faces, another two big faces on the sofa. We've had some brilliant guests this week. I'm joined by 5-time Paralympian Ellie Simmons and British record holder Ollie Morgan. Hello, good evening, how are we?
Yeah, really, really good. It's wonderful to be back here. We're just chatting with Ollie about all the swimming, but for me, I've been retired 4 years now, so it's wonderful to be back. And this used to be the pool that I used to train in, plus that hosted the Olympics and Paralympics back in 2012. So it's always great to be back, but Ollie was just asking, do I miss it? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I don't miss it really.
You like watching now, don't you?
Yeah, I love watching.
Just sitting down and watching them do the hard work, Ellie.
Well, very much so. You know, swimming is a hard sport. It's a tough sport. You've got to give your life to the sport, don't you? Dedication, sacrifice, you live and breathe it. Like, it's everything you think about. So it's so nice to have that break, really. Well, not break, because I'm not getting back. I'm not like Michael Phelps. I'm not getting back, but...
Oh, come back.
no, very much.
Yeah.
It's confirmed.
No.
Ollie, talk to us about the week you're having so far. 2 gold medals. Congratulations.
Yeah, 100%. I know I'm buzzing to be here and to be racing, you know, PB yesterday. I was a little bit disappointed with my 100, but, you know, those things kind of just, occur. And I think all the lads after the race was like, you know, we're all a bit off. It was a bit of a weird one, but, you know, to come away with another British title, you know, put my ticket to Europeans and to Commonwealth Games. So that kind of took the pressure off, you know, the rest of the week. So, yeah, it was nice to come in yesterday and swim the 50. And, you know, there's that new focus around the 50 now being in the Olympics. So,
absolutely. I was going to ask you about that. It's very exciting.
Yeah, so, you know, try new things around that with warm-ups and things that we've not really tried before. And, you know, to come away with a PB was, doing something new that, you know, I've not tried at a meet before in terms of warming up and things. So, yeah, it's really exciting to see how we can, move that on towards LA and especially the summer as well.
Yeah, you mentioned, didn't you, just to me about the warm-up. Like, normally in the swimming pool, how we swim it, we normally swim like 30 minutes before, we go get changed, we go to the core room 20 minutes before, and then we race. But for this backstroke, the 50 backstroke, you did something a bit different. Yeah,
so I literally, the morning I got here, 45 minutes before my race, just did a land warm-up, got loose, put a suit on, and was ready to go, and I was, PB plus 0.3. You know, my fastest ever morning swim, and I'm like, wow, how am I doing that? You know, I had like 5 hours of sleep, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. from like the caffeine the night before.
I remember speaking to you after the heat, and I was like, imagine what you can do when you actually do a warm-up then, Ollie, eh?
Yeah, so, and then obviously came in the evening, you know, spent a bit more time here, probably an hour and a half before, you know, arriving, and then yeah, did just a really short pool warm-up just to get that feel in the pool, you know, wake the body up a little bit, and then did a really like focused, you know, pre-pool and activation stuff, and, you know, kind of transitioned that into the pool room almost, and, you know, kept moving and really tried to stay relaxed, but, you know, get the muscles nice and warm. So yeah, it's interesting now how we can move that into, you know, other events and see, yeah, how we do.
And you've still got another race to go. You did the triple. You got all 3 medals in these disciplines last year. Obviously, I know you'll be going for the gold again, but I just wonder how that impacts your training, because actually, Ellie, you did the same stroke but different distances, but it's quite rare that we do see swimmers do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's obviously very different going from a 50, you know, up to a 200. I think for me, it's always been quite a strength, being able to do all 3 events. I can't say we really focus on, say, the 50, and I do quite a lot of 200 work to help that back end of my 100. So it's more of like a confidence thing, especially going into the 100, you know, knowing that you've got that background behind you to be able to, you know, deal with the 200. So I know that when I take it out fast in that 100, I'm going to be able to come back. And the 50s there, you know, for those skill elements, you know, you've got to be so refined. You've got to be able to deal with that pressure of being able to deliver in the moment and not put a foot wrong. So yeah, it's quite interesting, you know, how all 3 of them come together and yeah.
Absolutely. And Ellie, I know you've been loving the swimming action this week, and not only are the British medals on offer, it's all about the qualification for the Europeans this summer, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, for the para guys especially too, as well as you guys. They've got Europeans and the Commonwealth Games. I know the para guys have got Europeans in Turkey, then Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2026. So this competition here in London 2012, they're getting practice for it.
They absolutely are. Now you'll notice the light show has begun. It's like being in a rave this evening. And you can see the summer events on your screen. The European Juniors in Munich, the Commonwealth Games is happening in Glasgow in July as well. And then the Europeans we just touched on, and the big 2 big para meets, the Dutch National and the Para Europeans. So ones to watch then. Ellie, I want to pick your brains. I know you know Faye Rogers really, really well, and she's competing in the women's 100 fly. Why should we be getting excited about Faye?
Oh, Faye's great. She's an amazing swimmer. She was the gold medalist back in Paris Paralympics, and then also gold last year at the World Championships. We saw her actually at the start of the week doing the 200 metres fly, which isn't a Paralympic event, but again, like Ollie said, doing that distance really helps with the confidence. So tonight we're going to see her in the 100 metres butterfly, the same as Poppy Maskell too, and Alice Ty.
Yeah, there's some really big names, and actually all 3 of them have done really well this week. Ollie, I want to ask you about the men's 200 breast. Now, we're going to start with the men's 53. There's a bit of a battle going on, isn't there, between Jacob Mills and Matt Richards. You know them well. What are we going to expect from them?
Yeah, I think some fireworks for sure. The 100 obviously earlier in the week was a really good watch, and I think, you know, seeing them before the race and things, you know, in that cool room, and, you know, everything before it, there's a bit of rivalry going on. You know, there's a bit of jokes here and there. So obviously Matt was on good form this morning. Jacob just faster, pipping that lane 4. So no, it's going to be really interesting to see how they go tonight, and hopefully they have a little bit of a stare down before they get on the blocks. It'll be interesting.
I have been noticing that a little bit this week, actually.
I love a bit of competition, though. I think it's great, isn't it? Especially that camaraderie when you train with each other. You're on each other's team, but also you're competing against each other. I think it makes it fun, these competitions.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Everyone's competitive here, aren't they? And one man that's stealing the show almost is Philip Nowacki. He's going to be out there tonight competing in the men's 200 breast, and he's already done phenomenally well this week.
Oh, very much so. He was just pipped by Adam Peaty in the 100 metres breaststroke, but looked great this morning in the 200 metres breaststroke. And I heard him chatting to Adrian afterwards, and he spoke so well, and I think he's definitely going to be one to watch. Looked amazing this morning, so he could get a really good time tonight.
Well, he got 2:10 in the heat, and he said in commentary he wants to get 2:07, but maybe he could be even quicker than that, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can never, you know, limit yourself. Something we've always, you know, lived by is, you know, not limiting yourself by putting a timestamp on it. You know, just go, get the processes right, and see what the scoreboard says afterwards. And yeah, Philip's a really good athlete, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how fast he can go. He might not have his own way, maybe with Greg in there as well. he's been my roommate at some major meets recently, so over the last few years. So, hey, we'll see what he can do as well.
Oh, I cannot wait. Well, you two have got the best seats in the house. Thank you so much for being here with us. You can see the crowds are building. Let's take a look at the schedule then and remind you of what's coming up this evening. We've got the women's 100-metre fly, then the men's 800-metre freestyle. That's the fastest heat. And then we've got the men's 50-metre free, the women's 200-metre IM, and rounding out the evening, it's the men's 200-metre breast. Time to head up to commentary then and say good evening to Paul Noble. But first, Andy Jameson, good evening, guys.
Good evening, Ashley. Wow, this place is absolutely rocking. The light show, the music show. It's a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's the 5th night of finals here at the 2026 Aquatics GB Championships. There are 8 races in total, 5 able-bodied races, but straight out one of 3 para races. And to take us through that will be the guru. It is Paul Noble.
Thanks, Andy. Megan Willis leads the Welsh Commonwealth Games representative last time out in Birmingham. We did get a late withdrawal, but Worcester not taking the start in this final. So we've come out with Alice Ty. Oh, what can you say about Alice Ty? She is the reigning world champion in this one. Callie-Ann Morrington comes out. She had a great 100 freestyle. Silver medalist in the Paris Paralympic Games in this very event. Ursula Carroll, she's been on good form. Real youngster, Ursula Carroll. Just 14 years of age. Stockport Metro swimmer, visually impaired swimmer. Olivia Newman-Baronius. 885 points in qualification for Olivia, the World Championship silver medalist in this event. The world record holder in the S14 class. World and Paralympic champion is Poppy Maskell. She's had an up and down week, Poppy. What can she do in this one? And what can she do against Faye Rogers, the highest points earner in the heats, 976 points. She is the British record holder in 103.94. That's only 3/100 shy of the European record held by Defne Kurt, the Turkish swimmer. There's the classifications of the swimmers. S1 to 10, those with physical impairments. 11 to 13, those with visual impairments. And 14, those with intellectual impairments. So we have representation. 2 S14s, 2 S10s, 1 S13, 1 S8, that's Alice Ty, and 1 S9, Megan Willis, closest to us. There's the youngster, Ursula Carroll. An excellent backstroke to make a European qualification time, so we know she's on form. She's going to have her work cut out against these real stars of para swimming. 5 Paralympic medalists in this classification, in this event. 5 different classifications as well. Faye Rogers will start as a favourite with that swim that she had earlier this week, the 200 butterfly, just 1/100 shy of her own world record in that 200 fly. She goes in lane number 4. Poppy Maskell also off to a good start in lane number 5. The world record holder, Poppy Maskell, a great 100 freestyle. She wasn't so good in the 200 events, but this is right within her remit, Poppy Maskell, and that's very fast indeed. That's under world record pace for Poppy Maskell, 28.60. Faye Rogers in 3rd, just behind Olivia Newman-Baronius, but Poppy Maskell, if she can hold on to this one, we are going to be in for something very special. 102.58 is the target for Poppy Maskell. Can she hold on to this? My goodness, what a great swim from Poppy. 102.58 is the world record mark. Is she going to be inside it? She's going to be well inside it. My goodness, 101.52. A new world record for Poppy Maskell. What a swim. An entire second ahead of the old world record mark. Faye Rogers in 2nd in terms of points. She won 992 points. She had to settle for 2nd. 956 points for Alice Ty. Well, Poppy Maskell, the smile back on her face. A great 100 freestyle. The 200s were disappointed by her standard, but what a swim. 1:01.52, just over a second faster than her own world record, 1.06 seconds. Poppy Maskell is your champion. 1,052 points, Andy. Unbelievable.
Well, that is extraordinary, and she went out so fast, but the amazing thing, Paul, was that she brought it back as well. 1.06 under the world record. Look at that, Sarah response. Oh, great.
28.60. She was well inside, half a second inside her own record time. Oh, Poppy Maskell. There's the result. Look at that. 1,052 points. 1:01.52, the world record that's smashed for the S14 class. Faye Rogers was faster than she went this morning. She's only 12 100s outside her own British record. Only 15 100s outside the European record. Alice Ty, what swim she had? 1:10.76, a season's best by Alice Ty. Livia Newman-Baronius, she wasn't too shabby. 1:03.68. Kellyanne Warrington, 1:08.46. Well, star-studded final. And there is the champion, the new world record breaker, Poppy Maskell. That was incredible. Two swimmers there. Poppy Maskell well inside her best time. Faye Rogers just outside hers.
Well, that is a fantastic way to start night 5 of finals, isn't it? 1.06 seconds underneath her own world record. Brilliant. And she's now talking to Dan Jervis.
London, what a way to start the night. A new world record! Congratulations, Poppy. You must be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. I didn't expect that at all.
What was your process going into that race tonight?
Just try and think about this race and nothing else and just go for it.
Well, congratulations. What a swim to start off the night. Also, congratulations to Faye Rogers and Alice Ty.
Well, that's quite extraordinary. 1,052 points for Poppy Maskell. Breaking her own world record and just destroyed it. 1.06 on a 100 fly. She ended up going 61.5. My word. Absolutely brilliant. Maskell in the centre. Faye Rogers and Alice Ty also getting the medals. And here he is. He's my co-commentator. He knows absolutely everything about Paralympic swimming. 15 times Paralympic medalist, 5 times Paralympian. It is Paul Noble. He's picked up the correct medal first as well. Well done. Giving that bronze medal to Alice Ty. 956 para points to win the bronze. Normally that would be good for gold in pretty much every other event. That's incredible. The silver goes to Faye Rogers, and she's had a great meet as well. Just outside her own lifetime best, and well, just maybe 0.2 of a second outside the European record. Incredible swim from her. But you just can't beat this. 1,052 para points. Poppy Maskell destroys her own world record in the women's 100 metres butterfly. Absolutely extraordinary. The S14 swimmer from Manchester Performance. A new world record in the women's 100 metres butterfly for the S14s. The silver to Faye Rogers and the bronze to Alice Ty. Goodness me. What a way to start night 5. Well, that's something to beat, isn't it? That was the para final. Now we have the A final of the able-bodied women's 100 metres butterfly. And right in the centre we have the fastest seed, Kiana McInnes. Well, she's already won gold on the 200 fly. What can she do on this? She's the defending champion. Love to see her go well under 57, and I wonder whether we can see that British record rattled a little bit here. This is Holly Hibbert in lane 8, done really well to come back here. He's in the final of the 200 fly, and now again final in the 100. That's great to see. 4th in the 200 fly was Lucy Fox up there in lane 1. And Eva Akara, well, she won the 50 fly, won the 100 free, so she's on great form. No idea what she can do in this 100 fly. I'm not sure she knows either. And Emily Richards, silver on the 2 fly. third in this event last year, the bronze medalist last year. And Betsy Wizard, 8th last year, so to qualify 4th into this final. A new lifetime best, very good swimming in the heats it was. What can she do in this final? And Lucy Grieve, well, she was silver medalist last year. University of Stirling. She'll be swimming right next to her teammate Kiana McInnes. So first and third from Stirling. Kira Schlossen, bronze on the 2-fly. Swimming for Edinburgh University here and will represent Scotland, hopefully, at the Commonwealth Games. Still to be confirmed, of course. And the defending champion is Kiana McInnes. Won the European Under-23s title a couple of years ago on the 100 and the 200. Won the gold here on the 100 fly and defending her title that she won last year on this 200. Excuse me, on this 100. So it is the women's 100 metres fly final. And Kiana McInnes is the fastest seed. Her lifetime best is 57.6. She's the only athlete who's gone under 58 seconds before. Would love to see them have a crack at that European qualification time of 57.48. It's going to take a big PB if somebody can do it. And 57.2 is the British record set back in 2012 in this pool. It's the A final of the women's 100 fly. McInnes in 4, Schlossen in 5, Grieve in 3. And you've got Richards and Akaro outside of them. It's just 2 lengths of the pool. It's a relative sprint for Kiana McInnes, the gold medalist on the 200 metres butterfly, the silver medalist in lane 2, that's Richards, and the bronze medalist is Kira Schlossen in lane 5. Gone off very quickly right in the centre in lane 4 is Kiana McInnes, and this is good from her. Breathing every 2, staying nice and flat. A lovely drive on her stroke. See if she can spot the wall. She has done brilliantly, yes, well done. About 9 or 10 metres out, you can spot the wall and just see perfectly she did that on that turn. Good underwater, very good underwater was Lucy Grieve as well up there in 3. So it's Kiana McInnes in 4, Grieve in 3. Those 2 leading at the moment. Coming back is Schlossen in 5. And there is a charge coming now, but can Kiana McInnes go under 58 seconds? She's just starting to swim away a little bit, tiring maybe inside this last 10, but McInnes, I think, is going to win it. And as long as she can get the touch, this is a good swim. Under 58? Yes, it is. 57.57. That's a cracking swim, a new lifetime best to successfully defend her title in the women's 100 metres butterfly. That's the double she's done again. Gold in the 200 metres butterfly, now gold it's in the 100. Great swim from McInnes, and a new lifetime best, 57.57, just outside that qualification time for the 100, but she did it in the 200, so she's going to Paris for the 200, and I'd be very, very surprised if she doesn't swim that 100 as well, and maybe the fly in the women's medley relay if that qualifies. Super swimming from Kiana McInnes. Schlossen gets the silver, Grieve the bronze, and Betsy Wizard swam well as well in 4th place. New lifetime best for her as well. And that was quick. Really good. Just outside the consideration time for the European Championships on that 100, but did it on the 2. And so the second year in a row, Kiana McInnes is the British 100 metres butterfly champion for women. Lucy Grieve did well as well. She got the bronze, 58.56. New season's best for her. So Kiana McInnes wins gold again on the women's 100 fly to add to that gold she won on the 200. New lifetime best, 57.57. Schlossen the silver, Grieve the bronze. And lifetime best for Wizard in 4th. And let's hear from those medalists. And Kiana McInnes' double. She's with Dan.
London, give it up for your women's 100 fly medalists. Kiana, as we just heard now, you just got the Scottish record. You must be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, with the 100, I never really know what to expect going in, because in season it feels completely different to what it feels like when I'm tapered. So yeah, I just kind of want to be edging towards that British record, hopefully, and yeah, taking small amounts off is really good.
And what was your process going into the race tonight? Because we know 200 fly is one of the hardest events to swim in the pool.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, like just leading into Edinburgh, I made a little bit of a technical change. So yeah, I've just been working on that. and yeah, head down, I guess, on the way back.
Well, congratulations, you are British champion. Also, give it up for Chiara and Lucy.
Well, that was a great 100 metres butterfly from Kiana McInnes. I have to say, she's starting to look like she's going to be challenging that British record very, very soon. I'd love to know what the technical change that she was making on that 100 flight. I wonder if it's down the first 50. It sounded like it might have been. And here he is again. My goodness me, he's a busy boy, isn't he? He's just commentated on the women's Paralympic 100 metres butterfly, where we had that wonderful world record, and he's giving the medals out there. He's back again here. That's Lucy Grieve winning the bronze on this 100 metres butterfly. Second year in a row she's got a medal. Chiara Schlossen winning the silver. Great swim from her. Bronze on the 200, now silver on this 100. And she's done the double again. Kiana McInnes, fantastic swim. Won gold on the 200. A new lifetime best, winning this, the 100 metres butterfly. 57.57. That's well under the Scottish consideration time for the Commonwealth Games of 58.86. But she's done the European consideration time for the 200 metres butterfly, as did Emily Richards in that race. So Kiana McInnes will be going to the European Championships for the 2 fly. Be very surprised if she decides not to do the 1 fly as well, and maybe even that medley relay. And a new Scottish record to boot, 57.5. It's now only, what's about 3/10 of a second outside the British record. I'm sure that will go very soon. So back to the pool, back to the racing, and back to welcome Dan Jervis back in his seat here right next to me for this next race. It is the men's 800 metres freestyle. This back into your comfort zone here, Dan, the distance freestyle.
Yes, the 800 freestyle was one of my events. I've done 4, 8 and 1500, so I've done all the distance events. I'm really looking forward to watching what these boys can do today. Obviously, we've seen Rhys Grady take the gold in the men's 1500 freestyle a few nights ago.
Yes, and that was Ethan Kelly from City of Liverpool. And he, on his 1500 metres freestyle, swam brilliantly well, 15.27. 5 seconds underneath the European junior consideration time for that 1500 freestyle. So I wonder what he can do here on this, the 8. Swam really well. It's James Froggatt up in lane 2. Outside of him is Rhys Grady, the champion on the 1500 free, with Arthur Logan up there in lane 0. Thomas Trelcock in lane 7, and then in 3 it's Alex Sargent of Swansea. Silver on the 1500 freestyle. He was 3rd in this 800 last year, won the bronze. Interesting if he can go 1 or 2 places better than that. Silver medalist last year was Luke Hornsey. Got a bronze on the 15. And the fastest seed is in lane 4. It's from Loughborough University swimming team is Sean McCann. Lifetime best of 8:01.07. It is his qualification time here for this men's 800 metres freestyle. 16 lengths of the pool. It's a long one. The champion on the 1500 metres freestyle, obviously in great shape, right up there in lane number 1. 10 lanes being used. It is the last heat. In the heats at these championships we use 10 lanes, and in the finals generally we use 8, but this is a final session of the last heat. It's heat declared winner. Great to see 10 lanes being used. Where's your money going on this men's 800 metres freestyle, Dan?
Oh, Andy, that's a tough question. It could go to anyone here. Obviously, we've seen Rhys is in great shape, but we've also seen Luke Hornsey's in good shape. I've seen Tom Treblecock training in the last few weeks, and he is looking mint.
Oh, there you go. Looking forward to seeing Ethan Kelly go well as well in the Red Hat of Liverpool. 1 lane from the bottom. It's the only junior in this final heat of the men's 800 freestyle. He'll be looking for 8:06. That'd be a huge lifetime best, but he can certainly do it. The European qualification time for this men's 800 freestyle is very fast indeed. It's 7:50. 7 minutes 50. That's brutal. The Commonwealth Games consideration times for the home nations a little bit easier. There's a 7:56 for England, 7:59 for Wales, and 8 minutes for Scotland. So plenty to go for. European junior consideration time is that 8:06. Just getting settled into this first 100 metres That's the 50 turn. And Dan, how long would it normally take you to settle into your stroke?
On an 800, it would usually take me the first 200 to settle into my stroke. The first 100, I always said, just kind of finishes itself. Work on the stroke rate, work on the stroke count on the second 100, and then you are then in a good rhythm the third and fourth 100. But I like to back end my race, Andy. I like to make sure my back half was quicker than my front half.
Yes, indeed. Well, not everyone does that, do they? Some people like to push it at the start and try and hold on, and then there is that negative split concept, which you were so good at doing. Up there in lane 3, Alex Sargent of Swansea University. Your old teammate used to train with Alex?
I finished swimming in 2024. Alex joined Swansea in 2024, but I did share the podium with him at this Olympic trials in 2024. He won the bronze, I won the gold, and yeah, I know Alex. I think he's a fantastic trainer, and I think he could do something special tonight.
Well, he's going well at the moment. He's currently in second place because right at the top there in lane number 1, Stockport Metro's Rhys Grady, the gold medalist on the 1500 metres freestyle. He swims it very interestingly. He seems to set himself up over the first sort of 2 or 3 lengths, the first 100, 150, and then once he gets settled, then he just starts making a move. This is the 200 metres turn up the top there. Grady's going to turn first. Second is Alex Sargent. Third, Luke Hornsey in the centre with Harry Wynne-Jones in lane 6 fourth.
Yes, we are seeing Rhys Grady take it out on this first 200 here. He's looking strong, he's looking long. I always keep on about making yourself, as a distance swimmer, freestyler, making yourself look 9 foot tall. That means you can catch as much water as you possibly can just to propel yourself through the water quicker.
Well, Grady's still going well up the top there in lane 1, and he's repping 30.4s at the moment. As is in lane number 3, that's Alex Sargent. So 30.44 for Grady, 30.47 for Sargent. So pretty much exactly the same time in that last 50. And Grady looks long. Look how long and strong and languid and powerful they both are. Maybe a little bit more kick coming from Rhys Grady right at the top there. Just a tiny bit more, certainly kicking into that turn. And very good on the underwater. 2 butterfly kicks and then he's off, breathing to his left.
Yeah, Rhys is actually swimming his stroke very similar to me. The only difference is I used to breathe to the right, but I used to do 2 fly kicks off every wall. In the shorter events, you do see the athletes using the full 15 metres, but in the distance events, you need your oxygen. So you want to come up, not straight away, you'd like to be under the flags, feet past the flags, but then you like to get back up into that rhythm as soon as possible.
Well, I've got to say that Rhys Grady's picked up the pace up there in lane 1. He was 30.4, then the previous 50 was 30.1. That's 30.2. So he really has picked the pace up about just about half a second, and he's now repping about 0.6, 0.7 per 50 faster than Alex Sargent, currently coming second in lane number 3. But Sean McCann now starting to make a move right in the centre. And this is the halfway turn in this final heat of the men's 800 metres freestyle. 3:56.7 for the leader. And he's just split 29.9. Well, that's very good indeed. Second is Alex Sargent at the halfway. Third was Luke Hornsey. And just coming into the picture now is Sean McCann. He's starting to wind it up in the centre in lane 4.
He is, but going back to Rhys Grady, he just split 29.9, as you said, and if he keeps on that pace, he should maybe reach about a 7:55. He's got a personal best here of 7:59, so a PB from him tonight. Another PB in this week would be fantastic.
Well, indeed, the last 4 splits, 30.4, then he increased the pace, went 30.1, 29.9 on the previous one. That was 30 flat, so he's settling in. 30.1, 29.9, 30 flat. The last 3 all very, very even. This is the 500 metres turn, so 6 lengths to go at this turn. And leading still is Rhys Grady. Took the first 100 nice and comfortably. 29.8, that's the fastest one so far. That's very impressive indeed at the 500 metres.
Yes, it looks like he is picking up the pace, which, Andy, as I just said to you, is what I like to do. I like to descend the last 400 of an 800, just so I'm well ahead of the field and comfortable going into that last 100, so I can turn the gas on and nail the finish.
Well, Rhys Grady's still lapping the fastest of the field at 29.8, but I've got to say that Sean McCann in lane 4, now the second fastest on each 50. That one 30.00 for Grady. Here's McCann 30.2, and he's about 0.3 of a second faster per 50 than these guys chasing him at the moment. So he's just starting centimetre by centimetre to swim away from those chasing guys. And this scrap for the silver, bronze, 4th, 5th, 6th, very close indeed. But at the moment it is, with 200 metres to go. Rhys Grady looking good. See how close he gets to 30 seconds here. It's been metronomic so far. 4 lengths to go, 29.8 that one, another really quick 50.
Oh, he's looking great. He's obviously speeding up into this last 200, but also Sean McCann making a little bit of a move on the rest of the field there. But also coming with him is Luke Hornsey, looking really strong going into this last 200. This could go any way, but I do think Rhys Grady has got the gold. Have I said it a bit early?
Well, he is quite a long way ahead, I've got to tell you. Look at that. It's quite interesting though up there. Let's see his split there, 29.9. Hornsey at the moment is the fastest of the chargers in 5. He's going very quickly, 30.2, 30.3 from McCann. Interesting here.
Yes, obviously we've just seen Rhys Grady go out quite strong pretty much from the start. Now, as an athlete, as a distance athlete myself, it's all about swimming your own race, but you've got to have a reaction to see how everyone else is doing. Because if you're in lane 4 and lane 5 all of a sudden decides to dart, you've kind of got to go with them, but you've got to trust your fitness.
Well, there's a right or scrap going on here for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. There really is. No doubt about the leader. Another 29.8 for Rhys Grady, and he's swimming well. He's going to go somewhere near 7.56, I think, but a real big scrap in the centre. Sean McCann just about holding on at the moment, but this is getting tight. Sean McCann just about in 2nd place, but they really are charging either side of him. Alex Sargent in 3, and 5 it's Luke Hornsey, and this is getting really tough. Look at this in the centre. Still McCann going well in 4, but maybe Luke Hornsey just starting to swim past him. This is really big, this 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Silver, bronze and 4th, really close. Still McCann looking good there, but closer to us of those two, it's Hornsby. Let's just go out to the gold medalist, though. Rhys Grady's going to get it, and he's going to get it beautifully. This is a great swim. That last 50 again, really quick, and Rhys Grady's going to win the gold. He won gold on the 1500 metres freestyle, and now it's gold on the 8, 7.56.4. And look at the scrap for silver, so close. Hornsey gets it just over Sean McCann. Oh my goodness me, that was close. And 2 lifetime bests for silver and bronze, and just outside the 8 minutes. Oh, 8 minutes 0.18 and 8 minutes 0.45. So close for silver and bronze, and great swimming. 2 lifetime bests there, and a lifetime best for, there he is, Rhys Grady. He's done the double, the 8 and the 15. Another lifetime best. Great swimming from him. 3 second lifetime best on this 800 freestyle. And there is the new 800 metres freestyle champion. He won the 1500 metres last year, as he did here, but then got a little bit sick last year. Couldn't swim the 8. Now he's come back and he's done the double here. Brilliant swimming from him. Rhys Grady is the new Aquatics GB champion for the men's 800 metres freestyle. The silver's gone to Luke Hornsey and the bronze to Sean McCann. And I can tell you that Ethan Kelly from Liverpool, right on his lifetime best at 8 minutes 10, just outside the consideration time for the European juniors, but he did it on the 1500 metres freestyle, and let's hope he gets selected and can swim both there. A great swim from Rhys Grady, the Stockport Metro swimmer. That was a super swim, 3 second lifetime best. He's got that Sun Devil on his hat. Old alma mater of mine as well, spent 5 years there. That was great fun, it really was. Training outside in the sunshine. So Rhys Grady is the new champion for Aquatics GB on the 800 metres freestyle, 7.56.4. The silver's gone to Luke Hornsey in a massive scrap with Sean McCann, and both of those having a wonderful swim, 2 lifetime bests, and top 3 all setting best times, and they're now all with Dan Jervis.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your 800 freestyle medalists. Rhys Grady, congratulations, 2nd gold of the week. You're having a good one.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this week's gone, and it's nice to finish the week with a PB again.
Well, I can announce you have gone under the time, the English time for this year's Commonwealth Games. You must feel pretty good for that.
Yeah, I mean, that was the goal, and I'm really happy I was able to do it.
Tell us more about your plan doing that 800, because we did see you break away from the rest of the field pretty early on, which is quite a gutsy thing to do in a distance event.
Yeah, being in lane one, I didn't really know. I had to just follow my race plan and get out there. That's the only way I could do it.
Well, congratulations. Also, congratulations to silver and bronze.
Well, silver and bronze, what a scrap it was. Luke Hornsey and Sean McCann, all three of them doing lifetime bests. Some cracking swimming, it really is. And, well, Sean McCann confirmed to have gone underneath the consideration time for Commonwealth Games England for that 800 metres freestyle. So he puts himself in consideration. And the medals being presented here on this 800 freestyle by Lorraine Mackey, one of our volunteers. Those people, wonderful people here, without whom we just simply couldn't make this event happen. Thank you to all the volunteers. And there is Sean McCann receiving his bronze medal, a new lifetime best. Yeah, well done. Well done, sir. That is a cracking swim. And it's not going to be long before he's in the 7 minutes something. 8 minutes, 0.45 for Sean McCann. 8 minutes, 0.18 for Luke Hornsey in silver. But a super swim from Rhys Grady. Underneath that consideration time for the Commonwealth Games England, 7:56.81 was the target, and it's gone 7:56.42. So 39 100ths underneath that over 800 metres freestyle. It's not enough, not a lot, but plenty. So this morning, well, we had some fantastic heats, including the multi-classification 50 metres freestyle, and in that, Ashley, after the heats, caught up with Bruce D.
Bruce, what a morning. Huge congratulations. Breaking the British record, which has been held since 2008. You just said to me, well, I have been going for it for some time.
Yeah, no, it's just like really good because I feel like we're just joining Manchester Performance Centre. My free's just been coming on leaps and bounds. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the progress at the moment. So,
how much goes in behind the scenes to try and achieve something like that? Because you've been working so hard for so long to get it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just hard work and training, having the right diet. So, yeah, and just like, you know, staying positive, really. Like, just keeping a good attitude even when things are not going well. Because everything's going to turn out well, I feel like, you know.
It feels like it definitely is. What's the ambition for tonight, then?
Faster, obviously, you know, faster. Come on.
Love that. Well, good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers, Bruce.
Oh, brilliant, Bruce D. What a character. What a swimmer. He's had a great week, setting a British record this morning. One that stood since 2008. And he's in again tonight. There's Kai Bradford. He's been in record-breaking form as well in the breaststroke. Earlier on this competition, breaking these long-standing records. Alfie Penfold, one of the first visually impaired swimmers that we see in this final. Crawley swimmer. It's Thomas Navarro Barber with a physical impairment. He swims in the S9 classification. Same as Kai Bradford next to him. Two S10s, two British swimmers from the World Championship. Last year, Rowan Brennan was silver medalist in the relay. Kieran Williams was his teammate then in Singapore last year. British record holder is Matt Redfern. His British record stands at 25.25. That's Stephen Clegg, well, the S12 swimmer. Two visually impaired swimmers in the centre of the pool. Stephen Clegg, double Paralympic champion in the 100 back and in the 100 fly. But this is one of the events that the visually impaired swimmers will have in the Commonwealth Games. Stephen Clegg was silver medalist in Birmingham Commonwealth Games in this, the 50 freestyle. That's where he set the British record. 24.33 it was. He missed out on gold in Birmingham by 1/100th of a second. So, what can he do here? Matt Redfern, they're in different classifications. Matt Redfern, the highest points total, 734. Bruce D was the second highest, 723. And Stephen Clegg, 721. I tell you, that is nothing in para points. 3 points separating the top three. So anyone can step up, make an improvement from this morning's heats. They could take this title. Kai Bradford and Thomas Navarro-Barber right at the top, the two S9s. Williams and Brennan in 3 and 6, the two S10s. Clegg, Redfern and Penfold, visually impaired swimmers, in 4, 5 and 7. And watch out for Bruce D in lane number 8. He'll be the last one to finish in terms of time, but he might be the top in terms of points. It was a great reaction again from Bruce D. We've been impressed by his starts all week, Bruce D. We'll come back to him because we'll go to the front of the field, and Stephen Clegg stretching away from Matt Redfern. Kai Bradford going well at the top as well, but here comes Stephen Clegg, the Paralympic double champion, and he's into the wall in that time of 25.19. And Matt Redfern, 25.45. Let's watch for Bruce D, 31.45. He's inside that British record again. And Bruce D, well, it was 2008 the last time it was broken. It was broken this morning, and it's broken again. Bruce D has shaved another 0.4 of a second off that record. Let's have a check of the guys in the middle. 25.19 for Stephen Clegg. Good enough for silver. Matt Redfern, good enough to take the gold in 25.45, just 0.2 outside his own British record. Well, Matt Redfern takes it, and there's Stephen Clegg. He'll be disappointed to be beaten on points by Matt, I think. 768 against 760. But these swimmers building up very nicely towards the Commonwealth Games. I'm sure they'll be selected for their respective countries, those two. And what about Bruce D? What a week he is having. 749 points. The British record again, his 4th British record of the week, Bruce D. That is incredible. Matt Redfern takes it, 768 points ahead of Stephen Clegg, with Bruce D in the bronze medal position. Different classifications, of course, but the points decide who will get the medals. And the medalists are now with Dan.
What a race. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your medalists. Matt, this is the first time you were topping the podium this week. You must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think there were definitely a couple of attempts to get them off that maybe, but it was a good race. I think for me going into it, it was mine and Stephen's head-to-head, which hopefully we'll see at the Commonwealth Games later this year. Stephen's taking this one, so I need to make it level in Glasgow. But no, good race, really enjoyed it.
It was a good race, and you know, we did see Bruce D break that British record this morning, held from 2008, ladies and gentlemen, but you just broke it again. What was the process in that race?
Well, that's Bruce.
Oh, sorry, Bruce. Well done, mate. You broke the British record, held from 2008. You must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely thrilled because it was held by Sasha Kindred, who's he's one of the goats for one of my classifications. So to be starting to break his on the 100 freestyle and now the 50 freestyle is just next 200 IM hopefully.
Well, congratulations, lads. Records here, there, and everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your medalists.
Such a character, isn't he? He's absolutely fantastic. I'm pleased you said that about him. He is. Well, he really is a proper goat, isn't he? Paul Noble just describing. It was Paul Noble's idea, let me tell you. Very clearly.
No. Stephen Clegg and Matthew Redfern, the two visually impaired swimmers there on the top of the podium. As Matt said, Stephen Clegg got the edge in terms of time, but in terms of points, it was Redfern who came out on top. And when they get to the Commonwealth Games, if they are selected, it will be all on time, so the points don't matter. Straight head-to-head battles, so that's what Matt Redfern was working out there. He was beaten by Stephen Clegg today. But will that be the same in Glasgow? Bruce D might also be there as well, 50 free, one of the events that Bruce is eligible to compete in. So we might see all three in Glasgow in the summer. And As we move on to the next event, 50 metres freestyle. And this morning, Ashley caught up with Jacob Mills.
Jacob, great to see you. Saw you in the heats just then, looking very fast, very strong. How was that feeling?
Yeah, it was just important to get in this morning and get myself again for another good lane for the final. I mean, I didn't really have a full warm-up this morning. I was just trying to do the best job I could without doing a full warm-up, and then tonight really turn it up and deliver in the final.
So what happens between now and the final this evening? How do you rest and recover?
First I'll do a pool warm down, and then it will just be like recovering through food, probably have a sleep, and then try and get myself up for it later tonight.
And any adjustments that you'll be making for your swim?
It'll be more like priming and stuff, so this morning I didn't really do any activation, so that'll give myself an extra edge tonight.
And you've got to pace yourself, haven't you, because you do have one more event to go as well?
Yeah, the 203, that'll be exciting. It's a new one I've added in this year, which will be an interesting one, but we'll see how it goes.
We can't wait. Good luck tonight.
Cheers, thanks so much.
Jacob.
Well, it's going to be a cracking race, this men's 50 metres freestyle. It really is. It's absolutely stacked. Delighted to be joined by Alex Cahoon, who was in the final last year. Unfortunately, he's been ill, so not able to compete here. But European short course champion on that men's 4x50 metres freestyle relay, Paris Olympian. What's going to happen here? What are you looking forward to? Normally on these events, it's just a blur of speed. How do you see this 50 unfolding?
Well, whoever gets the best start has a really good chance. A few of these boys in here have unbelievable starts, like Matt and Alex Paint have got a great start off the blocks, and then it's obviously a dogfight for the last 20 metres, so it'll be a really interesting watch. To be honest, I can't call it, but it'll be a great race.
Well, it certainly will. I will be calling it as one of the privileges that I have. Sitting in this commentary box there is Gabe Shepherd from Leeds. He's the only junior in this final, fourth in the 100 metres freestyle, so he's going to be going to Paris. David Cumberledge up there in 1. In 2 is Alex Painter, swimming for Millfield. He was a bronze medalist in this last year. And Aidan Simmons-Brown of Plymouth, 4th fastest seed coming into this final, but has set a lifetime best to do so. So don't really know what he can do here. This is going to be really interesting. And Kieran Grant, another lifetime best qualifier from Scarborough Swimming Club, went 22.33. Super lifetime best that was for him. 3rd fastest in, and then the two big guys, the two big guns, the cannons in the centre. Here's the first one, Matt Richards, 2 times Olympic gold medalist, Olympic silver medalist as well in the 200 metres freestyle. And can he win his first 50 metres title at the British Championships? And next to him, world junior medalist Jacob Mills, silver last year. Can he go one better here and win the gold? What a final. Can't wait for this. These boys are huge as well, aren't they? You get behind the blocks, do you ever look around and go, my goodness me, how on earth can I beat that guy?
Yeah, especially when we had Big Benny P next to us as well. He's even bigger. But yeah, it's all a bit of a blur, like you said. It's whoever can get their hand on the wall first is the main priority. But you just got to focus on your own race and see what you can do.
And you were saying the start all important, get that start right, and maybe the guy who wins is going to hit the start most perfectly.
Yeah, especially over the 50, you have no room to make errors. So having a big start is crucial. But obviously Mills in lane 4 has got a great finishing speed, and his straight rate's so good, so powerful. So it'll be a really good race.
Are you gutsy enough to call the winner?
It's hard to rule out Matt in any race, so I'll probably go with Matt.
Interesting, very interesting. It's the final of the men's 50 metres freestyle. That was Alex Cahoon, Paris Olympian and European short course champion in that 4x50 relay. This is the 2026 Aquatics GB final of the men's 50 metres freestyle. Jacob Mills is the fastest seeding on the right-hand side there in 4. In 3, that's Kieran Grant. Matt Richards in 5. What a fight. Well, they're going to have to go pretty much on lifetime best to qualify for the European Championships. Very quick up there is David Cumberledge up into his stroke. Right in the centre, maybe the best start is come from lane 5. That's Matt Richards. Richards going well. Painter's also going very well up there in lane 2. And Whitehatter Painter now starting to come through in the centre. It's Jacob Mills and Matt Richards. Who's going to get the touch? I think it's Mills. It is Mills. 21.91. That's a super swim from Mills. very, very strong inside that second 25. He hit his straps on the start well, but my goodness, he came back very fast indeed, and he's won by 16/100ths of a second. That's a cracking swim from Mills. He's going to be utterly delighted with that. The Repton swimmer wins the 50 metres freestyle at the 2026 Aquatics GB Championships. The silver's gone to Matt Richards, and Gabe Shepherd gets the bronze, the 18-year-old, the junior. He gets the bronze. 22.12, a new lifetime best for him by 0.3 of a second. But the new champion on the men's 50 metres freestyle, it's Jacob Mills of Repton. And Alex Gahoon, just take us through that. I mean, he hit his start well, but from about here at the halfway mark, he just accelerated.
Yeah, like I said before, Jacob's got brilliant closing speed, and he just powered through there. Just a bit too much for Matt, and I'm pretty sure that's 1-1 now. Matt had him on the 100, but then Jacob's got him back on the 50, so I'm pretty sure they're both doing the 200 tomorrow, so it'll be another great race there.
Well, I love this celebration as well. Jacob Mills winning the 50 freestyle in 21.9, a new lifetime best for him. It's a great swim from Mills. The silver to Richards, the bronze to Shepherd, and you don't celebrate in the face of Matt Richards, let me tell you. I think it was just a tiny little tongue out and a wry smile. But that must mean the world to him. His first national title for Jacob Mills in the 50 metres freestyle. Absolutely wonderful swimming. I can't wait to hear what they say to Dan Jervis.
Well, that was close. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your medalists. Jacob, you're British champion. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. It felt good to bounce back after a disappointing result in the 100. So I was just really happy to get my hand on the wall tonight.
What was your process going into that race tonight?
After a bit of a reduced warm-up this morning, I just thought, I've got to put it all in tonight to beat this guy because he's pretty good at beating me. But no, yeah, I was really happy with that and just nailed my start and basically just picked the rate up, which was good.
And we're going to see you in a bit of a longer event tomorrow. We're going to see you in the 200 freestyle.
We are, yeah. I'm pretty excited for that one, which I've done a lot of work for this year. So, yeah, it should be good.
Well, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your top three.
Well, that is great. I have to say it's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, the quality and the speed, the raw speed of Jacob Mills is something to behold. But it's hard to beat someone of the skills and just the, I don't know, the raw talent of Matt Richards. There's Harry. I only know him as Harry, I'm afraid to tell you. I don't know his surname, but thumbs up from Harry. He presented the medals on that para event, and now he's doing it exactly the same on this men's 50 metres freestyle. And Gabe Shepherd, the 18-year-old, wins bronze on the 50 metres freestyle, 22.1. He's quite slight of body, but my word, he's quick. And there, well, Matt Richards, in preparation for that 200 metres freestyle tomorrow night, swims well, 22.07. But the new champion, the new British champion on the men's 50 metres freestyle, Jacob Mills of Repton. Fabulous swim, new lifetime best, 21.91 in the centre there. And that was an absolutely cracking swim, really was. Harry just tucking in there in the photograph, good on him. So the bronze to Shepherd, the silver to Matt Richards, double Olympic champion, Olympic silver medalist on the 2 free, and Jacob Mills this time takes his scalp. Wow. Well, that's a really good swim for Richards in preparation for that 200 free tomorrow night as well. He swam really well on the 100. They've flipped the order of finishing from that 100 metres freestyle where Richards won it and Mills was second. Now it's Richards second and Mills first on that 50 metres freestyle. Wow, that's great. And straight into the multi-classification, the para women's 200 metres individual medley. And Paul, take us through this again.
Thanks, Andy. Iona Winifred leads them out. Just 15 years of age last week. She swims in the SM7 class. Alice Ty back on the podium again. We've just seen a number of these swimmers swim in the 100 metres butterfly, and they're back again on the podium. Tony Shaw wasn't one of them. I wonder if that'll give her a little bit of an advantage. Tony, Paralympic medalist back in Tokyo, just missed out on the medals in Paris in this event, the 200 IM. Ursula Carroll again, the youngster. 14 years of age, Ursula Carroll, visually impaired swimmer. Faye Rogers back out again. Pre-selected for the European Championships. Faye Rogers, now University of Edinburgh. Great record she's got in this event. There's Rose Williams, the youngster, SM14 swimmer, 17 years of age. Olivia Newman-Baronius, she had a good butterfly as well a little bit earlier. The World Championships silver medalist in this event and in that World Championship. She was behind Poppy Maskell. Now we saw Poppy Maskell just swim that incredible world record in the 100 metres butterfly. And she's back again. How long has she had out of the pool? Maybe about half an hour or something. Back in again for this 200 IM.
It wouldn't be long enough for me, Paul, that's for certain.
I'd still be breathing heavy, I think, after 100 fly. 100 fly don't be a dream for me, though.
Still breathing heavily from coming over from the medal ceremony, I think, Paul.
Well, Poppy Maskell goes in. What can she do? Faye Rogers again. All the medalists from that 100 butterfly earlier are in this one. And in terms of para points, in terms of qualification, this is one of the closest contests that we've had all week. All 8 swimmers are in the 800 point range. Ursula Carroll, the lowest, 804 points. And the highest, Faye Rogers, 885. So this one could go absolutely anywhere. Watch out for Iona Winifred. She is the British record holder closest to us. Again, a bit like Bruce D we saw in that previous race. She might be last to the wall, but watch out for the points total for Iona. She has the highest level of impairment of anyone in the field, so her target time is a little bit slower than the others out ahead. Well, Newman-Baronius is taking it out ahead of the new world record holder, Poppy Maskell. 30.05 for Olivia Newman-Baronius. She's got a good record in this event as well. World Championship silver medalist last year. Maskell has been the backstroker supreme. She was behind Bethany Firth later on, earlier on this week. Bethany Firth actually swum this event in the heats this morning, but she's back home to Northern Ireland tonight to be with her 1.5-year-old daughter, Bethany Firth. So she's decided to give the final a miss. Maskell going over in front now, 5 100s ahead of Newman-Baronius. The Welsh swimmer Rose Williams still looking quite good in 3rd position. We'll just check Faye Rogers' progress. She is in 4th place, a little bit outside her best time. And Iona Winifred is just going over now at the halfway point. Iona going over in 1:31. So again, just about a second or so shy of her British record pace. But what a good swim here from Olivia Newman-Baronius. This is one of the ones that she was looking forward to. It's a big night for Olivia. She had a fantastic 200 freestyle a couple of days ago when she took a medal in that one, a silver medal behind Georgia Sheffield. But Olivia Newman-Baronius, 200 IM and 100 fly, very much target events for Olivia, and here she comes home. Don't think she is going to be beaten by anyone in the pool. Can she generate enough points to take this title? Olivia Newman-Baronius, let's have a look. Her PB is 2:23.49. She's bang on that. 2:24.22. 952 points. Is that going to be enough? 3 swimmers all finishing together. And it is still Olivia. 903 for Faye Rogers and 840 for Poppy Maskell. Tony Shaw, good swim from her, 2:41. Now let's have a look at Iona Winifred now. Can Iona cause a shock here? Iona Winifred, the British record holder. Alice Ty's finished at the top, but here comes Iona Winifred, just over the 3-minute mark, 3 minutes .99. Just a second or so outside her own British record pace. British record might have been good enough for a place on the podium, but with the stars that are in this field, Alice Ty looks on to the scoreboard. She'll be in the bronze medal position, just ahead of Iona. But Olivia Newman-Baronius, wow, that was a fantastic time for her. She's under the European qualifying standard. Another European time achieved from Olivia. Faye Rogers, pre-selected for those Euros, will be in the silver medal position again, and Alice Ty again will be in the bronze. So a repeat of where they were in the 100 butterfly. Faye Rogers in second, Alice Ty in third. They've been beaten by an S14 swimmer, but this time it's Olivia Newman-Baronius. She really looked good in the closing stages. Poppy Maskell and Olivia were side by side at halfway, but look at the gap at the end. 7.5 seconds was the gap. Olivia gasping for air at the end there. Well, Olivia Newman-Baronius takes the title. She will be absolutely delighted with that, I can tell you. 2:24.22, just outside her lifetime best. Faye Rogers in second in 2:31. Two swimmers in the 900-point range. Alice Ty just outside that 900 points, 897. Alice Ty very much back on form at these championships. Looking forward to the summer ahead. Camden Swiss that she swims for now, and the youngster Iona Winifred, 15 years of age, just last week, 877 points, and an improvement from Tony Shaw from the heats this morning. Paralympic medalist from Tokyo, just missed out, as I said, in Paris, 4th place in this 200 IM in the SM9 class. Poppy Maskell down in 6th, but I think we can forgive her after that sensational performance that she had in the 100 fly just a short time ago. Well, swimmers making their way out of the pool over to the medal podium, but what a fantastic race that was. We had some cracking multi-classification events tonight, this being one of them, and the medalists are now with Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your women's multi-classification 200 medley. Olivia Newman-Baroni, British champion. You must be happy with that.
Sorry, what?
You are British champion. You must be happy with that.
Yep.
Great. No, you're obviously in shock. Were you shocked of how you swum then? You swum amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was going to hurt more. It did hurt, but like it was good after swimming like 100 fly just then, so yeah.
Well, you are under the qualification time for this summer's meet by 4 seconds. What can we expect from you this summer?
I'd like to get a PB. I don't know, I want to work on my backstroke a bit, so.
Well, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your medalists.
Well, I was talking to Olivia in the foyer just a little bit earlier tonight. She was telling me how much she was looking forward to tonight, and she wanted to be on a par with Poppy in the backstroke, and she was right there at halfway.
It's quite impressive, isn't it, Paul? Because if she swam just like that, and she swam that quickly, and she wants to improve her backstroke, she's going to be really quick. And look who this is. Wow. On it.
The great Ellie Simmons. Well, what a star Ellie Simmons is. She's absolutely fantastic. Teammate of Alice Ty, of course. Who can forget the performances that Ellie had here in London in 2012? I tell you, the roof almost lifted off this London Aquatics Centre when she won that 400 freestyle, coming from behind to win it against an American in that final, and it was absolutely incredible, the atmosphere. And I think she's just remained in the public consciousness ever since. She's an absolute star, Ellie Simmons, and you can say that without contradiction. Everybody says that about Ellie.
One of the most lovely people you could possibly meet. Really great fun. Brilliant. Well, that's the multi-classification 200 IM. So the next race up is the A final of the women's 200 medley. And this morning, Ashley caught up with Abby Wood after her heat.
Abby, Just watched you in the heats, the 200 IM. This is your third event, but it's your event this week. How confident are you feeling after that?
Yeah, that's given me the boost I needed. Like not doing my main events earlier on in the week it's a long wait. So just to shake off the nerves this morning felt really good.
You're just outside of that European qualification time in the heat. Have you got more in the tank?
Yeah, I hope so. That was I wanted to put in a good swim, but I know I've got a bit more left, hopefully.
Are there any adjustments to your strategy that you're going to be thinking about?
Just more urgency. I think I just wanted to do good technique and good skills in that heat. So, yeah, just a bit more fired up tonight.
And in terms of your overall goals this week, what have they been, and are you achieving what you wanted to achieve?
Yeah, I can't complain with a PB in my 100. My 200 breast wasn't quite as fast as I wanted it to be, but I'm just trying to get to grips with the event again, so I just couldn't let it dishearten me. But yeah, my main aim is to make the team and then push it on in the summer, because in the past I've done PBs here and then not been able to replicate it in the summer, so this is a season of building for me. So.
Good luck with the build and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Well, she's a superstar. She's made the Olympic final of the last 2 Olympic Games on the 2 AM. The British record, quite extraordinary, 206.88 set by Siobhan Marie O'Connor at the Olympics in Rio. It's still one of the fastest times in history. Amazing. Susie McNair goes in lane 8, silver medalist on the 4 AM. And Inez Guimond-Beetham set a lifetime best to qualify for this final, going in lane 1. Candice Hall from City of Sheffield in lane 7. 6th fastest seed. And then world junior medalist has qualified for Paris for this European Championships, and she came 4th in that the 200 metres freestyle, so she's on that 4x2 free relay. Brilliant swimming from her. Freya Colbert, well, she won the 2 free in a massive British record. Wonderful swim that was. Became the 10th fastest woman in history on 200 freestyle. 1:54.3. Amelie Smith, what a meet she's having as well. 1 gold on the 4 AM. This the 2 AM, what can she do? She's qualified for Paris on the 4 AM. And Leah Schlossen in lane 5, 3rd in this event last year. She's also going to Paris for that 4x2 free relay. 3 of that 4x2 free relay in this medley final, slightly unusually. And the defending champion Abby Wood going in lane 4. Just taking her time to get ready. Making sure that she is ready to go, and when she's ready to go, then they will allow it to move up to the back of the blocks. Very mature approach to the start of this race from Abby Wood. Really wanted to do well here. She has had to wait an awful long time for her favourite event, the 2 AM. And more urgency. Interesting phrase for describing how she wants to move it on up from the heats this morning. Fascinated to see how more urgency translates into the pool. There's Colbert, was the world champion 400 medley a couple of years ago, not so long ago. Doesn't swim the 200 that often, so this will be interesting. So it's Smith in 3. She could break the European junior record here. That would be something special. There's a standard time set, which is 2:11.03. Her lifetime best 2:11.07. So we'll watch out for that. She's in 3. Wood in 4. Schlossen in 5. Colbert 6. What a final. These last 2 finals are going to be fascinating. This in the men's 200 breaststroke. Beautiful underwaters. And I've got to say, one of the best in Britain on the underwaters technically is Abby Wood. That streamline is utterly beautiful. And look what happens when you get it right. His first 25 metres looking very good indeed. The defending champion Abby Wood, double Olympic finalist on this women's 200 medley. And she's got a strong start here. She looks like she's really working. That's what more urgency looks like. It looks very good indeed, doesn't it? 27.6 down the first 50. That is quick. It really is fast, and she's going well now. And she's got a cracking breaststroke. She's Olympic finalist on the breaststroke, so look at this. If she can keep this going, it's going to be very good indeed. Wood leading. Freya Colbert just starting to move back on her a little bit in 6. And Colbert, well, she was world champion on that 4 AM, so expect her to come back on the back end. And certainly that brilliant 200 metres freestyle that she did, 1:54. Incredible on the 200. So the halfway turn, leading is Abby Wood. 2nd is Freya Colbert. 3rd down here in lane 7 is Candice Hall. And now the breaststroke, where Abby Wood's outstanding on the breaststroke made the final in Tokyo of the women's 200 metres breaststroke, was 7th in that, and she's a super breaststroker. Going well still is Colbert, but Schlossen starting to come through now in the centre in lane 5, and Emily Smith also starting to make a move. But still going well is Abby Wood. This is great stuff. The time she'll be looking for, 2:11.2. She's well capable of it. Just needs to make sure that she swims in control. This is a super swim. That's a very fast 150. A very fast 150 indeed. 136.8. So the leader is Abby Wood right in the centre there. She can do this, and she can do it comfortably. This is a wonderful swim from Abby Wood. She's waited 5 full days for this. She's had to be patient. She's had to make sure that she stays in control, and this is a super swim. Also going very well is Freya Colbert in silver. She's having a battle with Emily Smith for bronze, but let's look at the time here. 2:11.27 is what she's looking for. 2:11.27, that's a brilliant time. 2:08.1, a massive lifetime best for Abby Wood. She's made the final of the last 2 Olympics on 2IM, and she's just destroyed her lifetime best. That is brilliant. My word. That is outstanding. I did not expect she'd go that fast. I knew she was good, but that is outstanding. Well done. There's the bronze medalist, Emily Smith, 2:11.18. And I think that's just outside that European consideration time by 15 100ths for the juniors. That would have got silver at the World Championships in Singapore last year, that time. 2:08.17. I cannot tell you how brilliant that was. The attack from the start, the fly was great. The backstroke much improved. The breaststroke is brilliant. She's Olympic finalist on the 2 breast. And then she brought it home really well. And the top 2 doing the qualification time for the European Championships. Abby Wood wins gold, Freya Colbert the silver, and Emily Smith, well, she's already going to Paris for that 4IM. She's just got the bronze on the 200. She's only 17 years old. And that's a great swim from her. Actually, underneath European consideration time for the juniors, should she wish to go. But she'll certainly be going to the European Championships in Paris and the Commonwealth Games. Will she decide to do 3 mates? And, well, those 2, wonderful swimming. The champion on the women's 2AM, she's successfully defended her title she won last year. Abby Wood, a brilliant swim. Qualified for the European Championships. He's waited so long for it, so pleased for her. Colbert the silver, Smith the bronze. And Dan now talking to those medalists. Brilliant swimming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another qualification for Paris. Abby, you seem pretty relieved with that.
Yeah, very. It's come quite a tough week. Deciding to not do the 2 free to give the 2 breast a go, and just holding my own till that second to last day of the championships has been quite hard.
Well, you've just had a massive PB, and that time would have won silver at the World Championships last year. You must be pretty pleased.
Yeah, definitely always great to PB, but my main focus this season is to push it on in the summer, which I've struggled to do the past few years, so hopefully I can be just as strong there.
And what is the goal by the end of the summer?
Like I just said, improve, build through the season, so hopefully knock that down a little more, but I'm so happy with that and so surprised, so it'll be quite tough.
Well, congratulations. Freya, you also got under the qualification time. You're already on the team, so pressure was off.
Yeah, for sure. I think I just really wanted to go in and have a good time tonight. The medley's something I grew up swimming, so I never wanted to drop it, but it's not been my main focus this year. It's kind of been more of a secondary fun event to train for, and I definitely had a good time, even if it was quite painful in there. Yeah, it's been a long week of racing, so similar to Abby, I'm kind of happy to be done and enjoy myself tonight and tomorrow.
Well, it was fantastic. Also, congratulations to Emily for the bronze. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 3.
Well, I thought the last 2 races were going to be pretty special. I did not expect a time quite that quick. I was hoping for something pretty special from Abby Wood, but that's superb. It's a huge lifetime best. And this lady's double Olympic finalist in the 2IM. And she comes here at the 2026 Aquatics GB Championships and just goes and does that. Amazing swimming. Emily Smith winning the bronze on this 200 IM, still learning the event. She's an excellent medley swimmer. I've got to tell you, that 4:35 she did on the 4 AM to win it. Absolutely outstanding. She's going to go to Paris for the European Championships in August. All 3 of them are On the right-hand side, Smith will go for that 4 IM. There's Abby Wood, she's going for the 2 IM. And at the moment, Freya Colbert got a very busy programme. Very busy indeed. Won gold on the 200 and British record, 200 freestyle. Won the 400 freestyle. She'll go on the 4x2 free relay. She'll go on the 4x1 free relay. And could do that as well if she wants to. Well, take a break here in the commentary box. Delighted to go back to Ashley in the studio.
Huge congratulations to all three of them and to all of our athletes tonight. We've had some epic races, haven't we? You can see Abby Wood there just waving to her friends in the crowd and her fans. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Well, we've got a big one to look forward to. This man is making headlines at the moment. His name is Filip Nowacki. And here are here's our stats. European qualifying target then is 2:09.55. In the heats this morning, he went 2:10. He said his goal to our commentary team is 2:07, but we're all wondering if he could be faster than that. And as you can see, his PB is 2:07.32. God, it's going to be a big race. One to watch indeed. Unfortunately for me, I got to catch up with him a little bit earlier on. Filip, you are absolutely dominating the 200 breast. In the last 12 months, you've shaved off, 4 seconds to your time. What's been the secret to that?
I think just a lot of hard work, and we've really focused on the minute details with my pull-outs and starts and turns. I think that's definitely helped.
It's also meant that you've got a target on your back now. There's a bit of extra pressure to get those times and for people to be chasing you instead of you being the one chased.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely something I've had to get used to really fast, and obviously at World Juniors that was also the case. So really looking forward to a good race tonight. What is the goal for you this evening? Of course you want to win, but what else do you want? That European consideration time is definitely on my horizon. Well, best of luck, Filip. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, it's going to be special, isn't it? And the importance of those stats that we just saw. His lifetime best, 2:07.32. And look at that time, bottom right there. 2:07.30 is the British record. So he's only 2 100ths outside of Ross Murdoch's British record, which he set in Glasgow back in 2014. Commonwealth Games are going to be there this summer. I'd be very surprised if that doesn't get rattled, if not destroyed. But Ross Murdoch, super guy. And I think he set that to win the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow back in 2014. So this is the final of night 5. It's the men's 200 metres breaststroke. And in lane 7, we've got Maxwell Anderson of City of Cardiff, from a season's best to qualify, as did just outside of him Alexander Casey. And then in lane 2, Josh Mitchell of Edinburgh University, from a lifetime best, as did outside of him Olivia Vedrine, the University of Stirling. And his teammate George Smith goes in lane 6, bronze medalist on the 400 medley. And in 3, Christian Ryan, 5th on the 100, 4th here last year on this 200. What can he do? Can he go one better and get a medal? Greg Butler, the defending champion, he goes in lane 5, was 4th on the 100, 5th on the 50. Can he get a medal here on this 200? Sure he can. And here he is. Well, he is the world junior champion in the 100 and the 200 breaststroke. He's the European junior champion on the 100 metres and the 200 metres breaststroke. He is silver medalist on the 50 here, a silver medalist on the 100, and it took a world record holder to beat him in both, a certain Adam Peaty. And Peaty doesn't swim 200, and the door wide open for Filip Nowacki right in the centre. He was silver medalist on this last year with a 2:11.0. Well, he's going to be on a different pool for this final here. I wonder how close he can get to that British record of Ross Murdoch, 2:07.3. It's 8 years old, and I wouldn't be too surprised if it gets seriously scared tonight. Huge breath. Here we go. Two silvers already here. Can he win his first gold medal of the championships? He's qualified on both the 50 and the 100 for the European Championships in Paris in August. What can he do here on the 200? It is the final on this, the 5th night of swimming. It's the men's 200 metres breaststroke, and Filip Nowacki is the fastest seed right in the centre, and he started well. And I know that he's been looking very seriously at making sure that he gets his stroke count right down these first 50 metres, 75 metres, 100 metres. Going out quickly is Greg Butler. Well, he's very quick. He was 5th on the 50, 4th on the 100. He's going the right direction. What's he going to do here on this, the 200 metres breaststroke? Butler's going well. I think he's just about first to turn. It was Butler by 4 100ths from Nowacki. And Nowacki's gone out in a 29.1. When he set his lifetime best, he was a 29.0, so he's right on his lifetime best. And he's a full 7/10 of a second inside British record pace at the moment. So Nowacki's starting to get into his stride now, and he's starting to look good. Beautiful breaststroke. Look at that. Very efficient. Look how far he travels on each stroke. Lovely porpoising stroke. His hips coming up beautifully. When he set his best time, he's 101.2. What's he what here? 101.5. So a tiny bit off his lifetime best split. And now he's starting to move. He's definitely gone slightly easier on that first 100. Butler's going with him, though. This is very interesting. And the rest of the field all in a line, literally all 6 of them in a line for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. But no doubt about the leader at the moment. It is Nowacki, but Butler's going with him. This is fascinating. Butler leading, but maybe a metre behind is Nowacki leading. Maybe 1 metre behind Nowacki is Butler with 50 metres to go. 1:35.0, so he's a second outside his lifetime best, but he can come back quickly off this. It doesn't matter so much about the British record here. I'm sure it's going to go in Glasgow, and now he's starting to swim away. This is very impressive indeed. The time he's looking for is the European consideration time of 2:09.55, and he's still going well, Nowacki, but he's not dropped Butler. This is a great swim from Butler. Greg Butler in 5 from Loughborough performance. This is a super swim. Nowacki's going to win the gold, I think. Yes, he is. A great swim, Nowacki. His first gold of the week. That's a great gold. Filip Nowacki wins the men's 200 metres breaststroke. Super swim from him, and it's inside the European qualification time. 2:08.5 from here. Great swim. He's had a very long week. He's had a very emotional week. 2 silvers to Petey, and now it's gold. And the Millfield School student finally gets his national title. That's a great swim from him. Nowacki wins the gold. A wonderful swim from Greg Butler winning the silver. 2:09.5. That's great from him. A new lifetime best for him, winning a silver. And Christian Ryan the bronze. What a great swim. Gold and silver, and well done, Greg Butler. I mean, it's a wonderful swim from Nowacki, but Butler just hung on. He just bit and would not let go. Great swimming. There is Nowacki. He's been mentored by Adam Peaty. He's got that Adam Peaty there for the AP on his hat. He's one of the AP race athletes, and it really is paying off, isn't it? He'll be representing Jersey at the Commonwealth Games. They've never won a medal in the swimming pool. Only ever won 1 medal. That's in the shooting at the Commonwealth Games. Only ever won 1 gold medal. What a great race. He's got silver on the 50, silver on the 100. Now it's gold on this, the 200 metres breaststroke for Filip Nowacki of Millfield. Well done, sir. Thumbs up to his family. Thumbs up to the camera. High fives to Greg Butler, who swam really well, hung in so well. And qualifying times for both of them for the European Championships in Paris in August. Nowacki, British champion men's 200 metres breaststroke, the silver to Butler, and Christian Ryan the bronze. Those 3 medalists now talking to Dan Jervis.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for your medalists! Filip, that was fantastic. Did that go how you wanted?
Yeah, definitely did. I mean, it's a great swim. It's always great to battle out with Greg, Ryan and the rest, and the field is so strong these days. So, yeah, great swim.
Well, you've already had such a fantastic week. You've got the qualification time to there. What are you expecting this summer in Paris?
I think just to build on that as best as I can, and definitely there's work to do with my turns, my underwaters, but definitely just to improve the time and carry my momentum forwards into the summer.
Well, that was fantastic. Congratulations. Also to Greg Butler, you also got the time. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really happy with that, yeah.
You are on the team. What are you expecting in Paris?
Yeah, hopefully moving it on from how swam here. Keep PBing. Yeah, keep moving it on will be good.
Well, congratulations. Also, congratulations to Christian Ryan for the final time tonight. Give it up for your medalists.
Well, that is really special. And Greg Butler's on the plane or the train, whichever form of transport he chooses to get to Paris in August. That's wonderful swimming. But there is your new national champion on the men's 200 metres breaststroke, Filip Novacki. Doesn't he speak well for a 19-year-old? Really does. And a great bronze to Christian Ryan of University of Bath. 4th last year, 5th on the 100 metres breaststroke. And talking about breaststroke, well, this is David Wilky's son. Very tragically, David died a couple of years ago of cancer, but this is Adam Wilky. He's presenting the medals here. David, of course, the Olympic champion in 1976 on the 200 metres breaststroke, this event. 2:15.11 he swam to win that. Never forget it. Absolutely brilliant. And a great story for Adam Wilky. He's just given up his job to try and see if he can train to beat his father's time, trying to raise money for the Sports Aid Foundation. David Wilky, the first athlete to receive support and sponsorship from Sports Aid, and it's helped so many people over the years, so wonderful to see him doing that. One thing I really hope he does, Adam, is grow a little moustache like his dad. David Wilky's moustache was iconic, wasn't it? Anyway, what a fantastic night of swimming that was. Those last 2 races, my goodness me, the women's medley was wonderful, and that men's 200 didn't disappoint either. Brilliant stuff. And now Ashley and Dan Jervis will summarise the whole thing for us in the studio.
Thanks, Andy. I'm not sure we can summarise the whole thing. There was so much that happened this evening, wasn't there? A brilliant final race. Filip Novacki there, living up to the expectation. We were expecting big things, and he did deliver tonight, didn't he, Dan?
He did. You know, I think, you know, he'd already made the team. He could go into tonight relaxed. And that's why he swam so well. You know, his head was clear. He knew exactly what he was doing. He swam phenomenal.
Didn't he? And you just see him taking some pictures, showing off another medal, although his first gold of the week, which is great for him. He did do a time of, was it 2:10? And he managed to shave off a couple of seconds, 2:08. But I know his aim was 2:07. So how pleased do you actually think he's going to be?
I mean, he's British champion. Like, how many people in the world get to say that they are British champion? Obviously, he's going in the summer to the Commonwealth Games. He's going to European Championships, and he's going to be fighting for, I think, that gold medal. I think he's pretty happy.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But I know every time I speak to the swimmers, they're always demanding so much of themselves, you know. I would think they'd be happy with the gold. But, you know, there's no level to success, really. There's no ceiling to their success. Look, we've had so much to look forward to this evening. What has stood out to you, Dan, do you think? What's a race that you particularly enjoyed?
I actually loved that last race then.
Yeah.
I loved them all. I mean, we've had some amazing swimming so far this week. We've got one night left, one day left.
Yeah.
But I think that 200 breaststroke just lived up to expectations.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, for me, Rhys Grady doing the double, I think that was really impressive. Obviously, he won the men's 800. We saw him in the 1500 as well. I mean, to have the stamina and the endurance to deliver long distance, as you well know, it takes so much, doesn't it?
It does. I know from personal experience how hard it is to back up the 15 and the 8 in the same week. They are not small events, so whatever he's doing in training, Rhys, keep doing it.
Bobby Masco as well, world record. That really set the tone, didn't it? She absolutely delivered. It's so nice to see, like, world records, personal best, and we still have, like you say, one night to go. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. Sunday fun day. What can we look forward to, Dan?
We've got so much to look forward to, but I think tomorrow is the event that everyone is looking forward to, the men's 200 freestyle. I don't know which way that's going to go.
Oh, well, make sure to come back and join us and tune in, because we're going to have a few battles on our hand tomorrow evening then. Some brilliant racing tonight. Congratulations to all our medalists. Phenomenal performances. Make sure to come back and join us for the heats. We're live on the stream from 9:30 a.m. Set your alarms, all right? And come and join us and start your Sunday morning off right.